I'm not necessarily saying that I believe in all of this stuff, but I find it really fascinating. Maybe I saw a little bit too much supernatural as I was younger, but I love this show. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what you think about that. And do you think it's possible that if these things are real, these entities, are they parasitic, like what Chris Bledsoe described them as? Like they just affect your personality and your actions from a parasitic standpoint. I don't know. Uh, what do you think that is?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's certainly possible that these people are more than just delusional, that there really is something spiritual happening with them, with some other entity. But it's hard to know where to draw the line in terms of what's like a higher intelligence and what's like a demonic or a parasitic entity, because some people would say that the Greek gods or the Norse gods are legitimate beings that you talk to, and then other people would say that those are part of the parasitic entities. So it's hard to know where to draw the line. Potentially, it's just our own perception that impacts how we experience the phenomenon as well. But I do think that that's an interesting example that you gave me about this chat. And when I was researching my video on Baal and I was looking more into the Skull and Bones Society, which is another one of these kind of secret societies where they have these dark rituals of consolidating their power. Um, a lot of the names that people took in that group was like there was a person who had a code name Odin. There was a person who had a code name Baal, and George H.W. Bush, who became president, was known as Magog.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, which is it's a real doozy in terms of names of embodiments of evil. But anyway, so were they doing that because they felt they were actually attaching themselves to these entities, or was it just a code name? Uh,
very
maybe it
interesting.
doesn't, yeah, but it doesn't sound like what you were describing is even more like people saying they really believe that they are these beings.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, parasitic entities certainly do exist, and demonic possession certainly does exist. And there's certain people out there who um, that you can just tell that there's something weighing them down, and then when something that is of the light kind of enters into their awareness, they lose it. They become aggressive. They lash out, um, and I think that potentially some of those people are also in running big tech and
Yeah,
deciding what algorithm promotes or doesn't promote. And I think that a lot of those people are probably on the Epstein list as well.
yeah.
So sometimes you don't always invite these things in intentionally. You just do so by, you know, um, doing really dark things in your life. And yeah, I think that that's definitely part of the conversation. I don't know to what extent there are real dark entities that are involved in the elites, and to what extent it's just them role playing. That's something that don't have enough information to reach a conclusion on. But
Yeah.
this is certainly a thing that happens. Yeah.
I think this ties into the never-ending circle of what came first, the chicken or the egg, right?